of the National Football League.
Running the Dragons, that is their head coach. His side has won 2 in a row. Across the field, Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers. His guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. You can join us for this one. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Heward. Rookie Ryan Fitzgerald just about set. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean. Not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. To his back it goes, Jordan James. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made on the play by the rookie from Texas A&M. That's Nick Scorton. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Lofts it deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Feels this clean at the 30. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And they're brought out by the rookie who was the talk of the NFL draft, Brock. First-round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's Shedeur Sanders.
And there's certainly still people talking about the game. The buzz is real. He posted unbelievable numbers last week. Even his passing numbers continue to rise league-wide. He reached heights rarely thrown to in league history. It took volume, sure, to get him there, but also an eagle eye to see everything out there perfectly. He and the rest of us, we can really hope that he comes close to seeing that kind of production today.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play action, Sanders. Brought in right side by McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Give him 8 on that one. And that gives him the first. From the gun, Judkins. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives him a first down. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown. The Dragons get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0.
Touchdown, St.
Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dragons will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coach Kyle Shanahan ushering his 49ers offense back to the field. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to the up back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
No throw. 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. I love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Thomas Morstead on to punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun. Here's where they did so. It's 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, but creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Connects with his receiver. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
St. Louis. 1st down.
Ready.
A gain of 9 yards.
19-18.
And the St. Louis 1st down.
Ready.
Now Sanders. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That throw was looking for Mason Taylor. And it's going to be 2nd down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing again here, Sanders. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Ready.
From the pistol, here's Junkins. And he's going to work it to the 20. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention.
Cougar 19.
To the air, Sanders. Short pass. Massive hit. The ball is out. Picked up by the 49ers. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field.
This is exactly what you want out of your defense. If you're not going to secure the ball on offense, and they're going to give you a shot at it, push that ball loose and get a body on it for the recovery.
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds his fullback. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw by Purdy. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Into the hands of Kittle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Motioning the tight end left. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness, and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
Brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Purdy out of the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers make it a 1-point game. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped it incomplete on 1st down. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop kick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. A little screen pass for Judkins. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rally.
The pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. And hey, They see out under the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
Get set.
From the gun is Purdy. Pressure's on him, and it's going to get home. He's dropped. And after one play in his drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Second and 16 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this over the middle to Pearsall. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's Lockett. He brings it in. And he's officially into enemy territory now. And they're going to give him the opposing 49.
9 yards.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tight end in motion left. A give left side to James. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield on their own side.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Finding Pearsall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Brings up 3rd and 9.
To the air on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Thomas Morstead heading back out for the punt. Renfro on to return. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fight's deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Here's Shudkins to begin the drive. And they drop him after just a yard. Second down. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the second quarter started. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Working out of the gun, Sanders. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for Mason Taylor that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He finds it beyond the marker. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down. On 1st down, here's Sanders. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their second down.
Here we go, catch! 65 ready.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Get up.
Third and long here for Sanders. That's completed right side. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A big completion for the rookie out of Colorado. It gets his guys a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
70, 70. Let's go.
Here's Judkins on first down. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Running the draw here with Judkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Come on, come on.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 4-yard gain.
The Dragons getting their punter out there. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
We'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Purdy throwing here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Picked up at the 38. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood in midfield. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. We've set it down from 37.
Let's go now.
A gain of 14.
Play action, Sanders. He rolls to his right. That's complete. Sanders has got it outright. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Lewis.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
That's another St. Louis. First
In the red zone now. Brought in right side by McMillan. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. To throw now is Sanders. Here comes the screen for Etienne. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down. Well, he... has come out throwing a good ball. So as expected, seeing their reactions to the call, the Dragons throw the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down. Ryan Fitzgerald lining up for the field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. Fitzgerald sends this through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense. Roughing the kicker. Now they've got a 1st inside the red zone. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Get that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been...
And in he goes for the touchdown. The Dragons take a 2nd quarter lead. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. And Peyton Manning has some well-earned company now in the record books. He's tied the single-season mark for passing touchdowns. That was number 55 on the season. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dragons break that tie and now lead by 7. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Pass is pulled in by James. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Play action now with Purdy. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Purdy. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Get set, get set.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed to his running back. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down.
14.
Third and long for him here. Hill makes the catch. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. Here's a give inside to James. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he's got it. It's in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
James. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Working out of the gun. Sanders has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air on first down, Sanders. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second and 5.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
Sanders setting to pass. That's McMillan with the catch out left. So he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And Brock, I don't think a lot of fans knew that this was on the horizon, but hey, kudos to the stadium team here for having that announcement ready. That completion gives him 491 on the year and breaks Tom Brady's single-season record. Well, this has been a talking point all year, Brock. He's really had to shoulder the load for this offense all season, and look at where it's led him. More completions in a season than any quarterback in history.
It all comes with the territory of being an NFL quarterback. You're the be-all and end-all of your offense so many times. And for this group especially this year, to his credit, I think he's even exceeded their expectations on his way to this piece of history. Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Cut out left. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Ready. Go.
3rd and short here. Sanders got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a first down now.
St. Louis, first down. It's a gain of 10. And a St. Louis first down.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. And it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Took his shot at 6. Time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And they've taken back the lead.
Just really nice execution on his part to convert there. For the kicker to pay off, really the execution of his teammates. He works so much on situational opportunities those minutes before halftime, and they maximized it.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime
Our trip
report.
around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. Okay, Kate, thanks very much. The season is going by at lightning pace. Week 12 has arrived. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's get into it. And it's the man who made 4 starts as a Ram back in 2022, Baker Mayfield. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Bucs up their mark to 7-4 with this win. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And this is Drake London. This will help the old stat line. He's going to make the catch and realize, I don't think anyone's going to get me, and they don't. It's a catch and run of 86 yards. Touchdown. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys taking on the Eagles. And this is Dak Prescott. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Cowboys get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. There you see the rest of the scores from Week 12 with Denver, the Chargers, Miami, and Washington all getting late season byes. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This makes it up to the 25. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the give, here's Judkins. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Oh, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Back to throw it. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive.
St. Louis, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, get.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Headed out right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
3rd and long here for Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On now comes their punter.
Sam Martin in punt formation.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st down, Purdy to throw. Short pass brought in. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Looking underneath here, it's James. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now run, James. Give him about 3 on that first down carry.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Oh, I love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Running with James. And this is going to wind up short. The defense all over that run. They only let him get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
4th and 1, why not turn it into a battle up front? You think you got the bigger, badder dudes on the line? Well, they just prove it. No thinking, just do it.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here's James running right. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get 23 on that one. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run. It's James. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
At the 12-yard line.
Purdy to throw it. Screen play here for James. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
No gain on the play.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 3rd down, Purdy. On the move, headed right. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Trevor Etienne to return this. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Sanders now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second down now. They need 7.
And 7 at the 31-yard line.
To throw now is Sanders. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 7.
Air it out on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
It's fourth down.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. He'll throw it. Throw caught by his running back. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Purdy throwing here on first. Quickly to Pearson. Level a little, not a lot. Ball to about the 25. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7 at the 25-yard line.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up too.
At the line of scrimmage.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Brings up third down and 7.
They put Bourne in motion right. To the air on 3rd and long. Kittle makes the catch. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 14 at the 17-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up?
From the gun is Purdy. Takes this one off to James. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they come up big on third down there with the sack. Fourth down's going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Pinheiro's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Dragons, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Come on, come on.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
15-yard loss. It's second down.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Xavier Legette the target on that throw. And things look tougher now with third and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. First call here coming from the shotgun. Run now with James. And they're Moore's struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Now Purdy. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And it looks like the offense was there to recover. They're inside the 5. They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Fullback trying to power it across. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is Etienne. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Play action, Sanders. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off the defense at any time.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A gain of 2 on the play. And this is
3rd and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good for a 1st down.
St. Louis. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
It's Judkins on the counter. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Now Sanders. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. On the line for another 1st and 10. Over the gun, here's Sanders. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Rolling from the gun here. This is Leggett working the left side. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
St. Louis. 1st down.
In the red zone now. And he's got it in close. He has the touchdown. The Dragons now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Moore with a return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. 1st down throw by Purdy. Back to Pearsall again. And they'll stop him here before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Carry here for James. Fights his way through a tackle. And he has this down to the 34. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This is James. Blitz attempt. He's still going. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Looking underneath here, it's James. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Another 49er first down. First down and goal to go.
From the red zone on 1st. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Running this with James. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Call it 8 yards, and it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up?
Play action now. Purdy. He will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. George Kittle, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. On the return, this is Etienne. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Offense to the line. Here we go. We'll go play action for Sanders. Finds a man, right side. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain. Sanders trying to get everyone up to that line.
It's a gain of 3. And this is...
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. We got the football brought, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. New set of downs for them from the 31. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 35-yard line.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. We send the tight end in motion left. The give here on 2nd. It goes down as a gain of nothing on the run, and now they're left with 3rd and 14. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down.
3rd down and
18, watch out!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Screen play here for James. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss. So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. three-score game. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a three-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up, 1st and 10. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Sanders going to look to throw. Renfro on the catch. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Sanders setting the pass. Looking right, and he finds him. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. So 1st down from the 41.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented, and now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Here we go. Go.
Sanders now on 3rd down. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Sanders. Throw left side. Taylor has it. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage. No gain on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. That was caught. Hits McMillan again. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Get it. 60 boxes, 60 boxes. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons get it back to within 2 possessions. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Coach Kyle Shanahan ushering his 49ers offense back to the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Rolling back, gets the handoff. He cuts it toward the right sideline. There's a lot of space. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Looking to his fullback now. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard
Here's Purdy to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On the gun is Purdy. Ball is caught. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Purdy leading the 49ers to the line for this 2-point try.
The 49ers will line up for
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be at sky high right now.
Brought in right side by McMillan. He's forced down bounds after picking up about 7. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw now is Sanders. Dropping this one off to Judkins. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly.
Taylor hit and the ball is loose. And he mitigates the damage by falling on it, but still a loss on that play. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. He's going deep. Ooh, the defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Cut down the field, and again. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
That's good for a St. Louis
Deputy
first
Ranger,
down.
Deputy Ranger.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dragons.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. Let's go now.
From the red zone on 1st. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about it.
And that pass is caught. They get the 2 points and a little drama now. We've got ourselves a 1-score ball game. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like, if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
The 49ers and Jordan James back out on offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Oh, the rush is too much here. Down he goes. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Down and 17.
Get set, get set.
Back to throw. And it's Bourne with a catch outright. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dragons and quarterback Shedeur Sanders ready to get back to work. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. New set of downs from 37. Here he is to throw. This is Legance working the left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll look to throw it. Finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right into play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, some of the best throws of his career.
Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long. Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
60 yards. And the St. Louis 1st down. 1st down.
Setting up to pass. Looking way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Now to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
Why are you looking at me that way, kid? I'm fine. I'm not having flashbacks to Marshawn in the Super Bowl inside the 1. I am so far over that memory. Don't worry about it. No, that didn't just flash before my eyes yet again.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to pay off his 1st down run with a nice pickup of 9.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.